Hey everybody, and Happy New Year. I know that we are a little over halfway through January already, but I just want to say Happy New Year because it has been a while since we posted a video. But this is Clary's Do Life. I'm Elizabeth Clary, in case you're new here, and I am the mom to 4 amazing kids, ages 3 to 10, and I've been a wife to Wes, my high school sweetheart, for a little over 12 years. We live in Ohio, and together we love to do lots of fun things together, and even some of the boring things too, like cleaning around our house. So I hope that you stick around for this video. There's some cleaning motivation. We celebrated Caroline's 3rd birthday, and the kids got to stay home for a snow day, and I think you're just going to enjoy this video. So just stay tuned and make sure you give me a thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any new content. This video took about 3 days to film, and let me tell you, there was such a mess in my house. We had dishes galore, like we always do. We have a family of 6, and I don't know how big or small your family is, but it doesn't matter how many dishes I wash each day or how many times I load the dishwasher. There's still dishes in the sink. So that's just the norm around here. I'm sure it's the norm around your house too. But let me just tell you, it's okay if you have dishes in the sink. We don't have to have a spotless house. It doesn't have to be magazine worthy. Sometimes the best things that we can do is just spend time with our family and show our kids that yes, it's good to clean and it is good to take care of the things that we have, but it doesn't always have to be our very top priority. Something I do with these little scrub brushes is put them in my dishwasher. I do this once or twice a week so that they can get a nice warm, or I guess really hot clean in the dishwasher, just like my dishes do. I'm not sure how well this really truly works, but at least in my mind it works, and I noticed that they are cleaner whenever they come out. So that's something you might want to try. I told my friends about it and they were like, well, we never thought about doing that. And it's actually something that Wes recommended doing. So I really like doing that. Now here I'm changing the trash bags, and I tried that trick where you put it over your trash can and then shove it down in to see if it would like stay on there better. But my trash cans were too small for those bags to be able to do that trick. So I had to go to the good old fashioned way of just flopping the trash bag through the air to be able to get it open. So I am a wannabe minimalist. I have been for about 1.5 years, and I've come to the conclusion that I will never be a minimalist because I like my stuff too much and I love decor. So one little trick that I've discovered really works for me is to kind of find spots for the stuff that I have for the decor. And so I have this tiered tray that my mom got me last year. I put it over here to the side, and that's where I put all of my decorations. So instead of putting several decorations on my counter, it's kind of localized in this one spot on a tiered tray. It looks cute. I can decorate it for different seasons or holidays, and it's just so nice because I don't have stuff all over my counters cluttering it up and stressing me out. So that's something you might want to try too if you like decor and you want to kind of decorate but still kind of minimalize in a way. I don't really know if that is the right way to say it, but maybe you'll try a tiered tray or a nice platter or bowl to put some things in on your counter so that it's in one spot and not all over your kitchen. So I have had all of my Christmas decor down and since just a couple days after Christmas, except for the things on my walls, and you can see there the big Merry Christmas sign and the Comfort and Joy sign, and then I also have one above my TV in my living room. Well, we kind of just decided to do this project in our room above our garage where we've kept all of our storage. So we've been cleaning it out, and I kept the stuff on the walls because there was no other place to put it as we cleaned out that building, or I mean that room. So keeping them on the walls worked out great. We're actually getting ready to kind of finish that room. We're laying carpet down part of it, and we're going to put curtains up to kind of hide the storage totes. It's not going to be beautiful by any means, but it's going to become a more useful space mixed with the storage space, and I would be happy to show you guys, just because if you know me, you know that I love decor and I love pretty rooms and things, but sometimes it's just impractical to redo an entire room. I mean, there's like brown paneling, and I don't like brown paneling, but I plan to paint it once it warms up a little bit outside, so it's a little bit easier. And apparently Caroline knocked my camera there. I just now noticed it, so went a little crazy. But anyways, we do have a few projects going around the house. Here in a bit, you're going to see our beautiful new wood burning stove that we finally got in. We ordered it in October of 2021. It was supposed to be in mid-December, and then we got a call saying it wouldn't be until mid-February, which just was a huge bummer because that's not going to leave a lot of winter to be able to use it. Well, we got a phone call, and it actually came in mid-January. So our hearth is done. The walls behind it are not finished, and it's not completely installed. We have to pipe it up through the ceiling and through the roof. And so we're going to try to find someone professional to do it because we feel like that would just be a smart move, since it is something that could be dangerous to our home and to our family. So that's exciting, but I hope you stay tuned because you'll get to see the beautiful wood burning stove here in just a few. Okay, tell me below in the comments if your kids throw their stuff on your couch or in the floor or in your entryway as soon as they get home from school. I have hooks for each person in our family, and they know exactly where their stuff goes, but it still does not happen. My kids come through the front door, which means they have to walk through the house and into the dining room to hang it up on the hooks, and it just rarely ever happens. And so I always make them clean it up because they know where it belongs, and they're old enough to know not to throw it down in random spots around the house. So that is just, I guess that's just mom life. That's just how it is. We make rules, but kids just don't follow them. Those little stinkers. I do plan to get a new coffee table eventually for this room. This is a very narrow living room, and whenever our living room was in a different area of the house, which is now our dining room, this coffee table worked great because it was more of a square living room, and this is a very rectangle narrow room. And so for now, we plan to take that coffee table and put it in the bonus room that we're making above the garage, because it's just going to be kind of a hangout spot, nothing fancy, just something fun for us. And we're going to put that coffee table up there because it's the perfect table for playing cards and building puzzles. Now this is a different day. Obviously, you can tell I look much better than I did in the previous day. But Briella and I were just cleaning out this area because that hearth is where we are putting our wood burning stove. Wes did the bricks himself, which I was so proud of. I'm so impressed because he had never ever done it before. And he measured, he cut, he planned everything. I don't know if you know this, but with wood burning stoves and things like that, you have to have specific sizes depending on your pipes and your stove. And so this was the perfect spot for it. And it's really quite a large area, but it looks really pretty in the end of our kitchen here. So I rolled up the rug, we swept the floor, and then we had to actually clean the bricks off because those are not whitewashed. Those are actually red bricks that have the mortar dust still on them from whenever he laid the bricks a few weeks ago. I really wasn't very sure how to even do this, so I just grabbed my O-Heater mop bucket. I put some warm water in there with Dawn dishwashing liquid because that stuff rocks, and we just went to work. I got this scrub brush for about $7 at Walmart. It had some pretty tough bristles, but they weren't wire bristles, which I didn't want wire. I wanted more of like the hair type bristles, but they were very stiff, and all the kids wanted to come and help. So they all helped me scrub it, and then I finished it off with a good scrubbing and dried up the wet dust with a towel that I eventually was just going to throw away because it had mortar dust on it, and once it dried, it gets a little bit hard. So that's what we're doing here, waiting for Daddy to get home with our new stove. Our initial plan was to brick up the wall all the way to the ceiling and then add a small mantle that was L-shaped above the stove. But to be honest, it took Wes so long to do these bricks that he just did not enjoy it, and he is so busy with his new full-time job that he just started in November, plus trying to finish off doing the panels for his side job. He's just overwhelmed, honestly, and it just overwhelms him to think about bricking up this area and he's just not into bricking. Obviously, it has nothing. He's an engineer, so bricking has nothing to do with what he does. But what would you do? We've also thought about getting the white ceiling tiles that are like a metal tin, because that would be like flame retardant, I guess, or fire resistant or something like that, and putting those up the wall, because we found some pretty white square ones that had raised squares on them, so they weren't ornate or anything like that. We thought it'd be pretty, and it would kind of go with my French country farmhousey look. Now, once Wes arrived, the big trick was to figure out how to get this big old stove into the kitchen. So this stove was not light, it was cast iron, and it weighed over 400 pounds, maybe even close to 500 by itself. Plus it was on this pallet that was, I believe it was made with 2x6s, because it was such a heavy object. And then it had a wooden frame with 2x4s and 4x4s around it. So my goodness, it was so heavy, and Wes didn't have anybody to help him whenever he got home except for me, and I am super weak. So he backed his truck up, and we prayed it did not crack our new concrete out back that we just put down last year, and it didn't. So that was a blessing. And then he basically walked it out of the bed of the truck and onto this dolly that he has that he uses for his panel business. And then he just kind of rolled it around or scooted it around and then unscrewed it. And you'll see us. I wanted to help, but I really was not much help. I just kind of stood around. But there it is. It's so beautiful. There's also warming shelves that will go on the side. And then on the very top right there, the silver part, that's actually like a griddle top, so I can cook on it. And it's a top loading stove, so I think it's going to be a lot safer with the kids around because I can load it from the top instead of just from the front. And there's a beautiful glass opening on the front. I guess not opening, but glass doors so that we can see the flames, and it's going to be nice and cozy. I'm just so excited for it because we have missed wood heat ever since we moved into this house. We have electric heat currently, and it's just a cold heat. It's just crazy. So we are so thankful for this stove, and we can't wait to get it all piped up and working to warm up our home. And in case you're wondering, no, Wes did not throw his back out. I just kept reminding him that he has back problems and did not hurt himself. So he kept saying, I'm being easy. Don't worry, I got this. Let's just hope we don't crack the brick. And we only cracked one spot on it. And so that was pretty impressive. But it was impressive that he was able to lift it up there because that thing was super heavy and awkward and just you know, he doesn't carry cast iron stoves very often, as you can imagine. Just a couple days after we got the stove, it snowed like crazy. We got a little over 6 inches, I believe, of snow, which I know a lot of people in the country got snow this day or the night before. And a lot of people got more than us. We live in kind of what we call the donut hole, and we're kind of like right in this weird area that doesn't get snow very often, even though we live in Ohio, but we live kind of right on the Ohio River, and we feel like the river kind of affects that. But while Leighton, Briella, and Caroline were outside playing, I looked over in the kitchen and McKenna was in there being so sweet and cutting up my fruit and vegetables. She knows that I'm trying really hard to eat healthy and to eat more vegetables with each of my meals. I love snacking on peppers and dip and tomatoes and cucumbers and strawberries and things like that. And so she was in here cutting it up. And in case you've never used the Rada, or maybe it's called Rada, it's RADA knives, this is like the very best knife ever to cut up tomatoes and peppers. It's actually a tomato knife, but it works awesome for peppers also. Now, I was in my relaxing snow day garb, as you can see here in my mismatched t-shirt and pajama pants and grandma. It's like a Mr. Rogers sweater. It's so comfortable and warm. But I was just relaxing this day. I was watching TV and folding laundry. I had a load or two already washed and dried, and they were a little bit wrinkly. So you'll notice I stack a pile next to me because they were wrinkly and they were going to need refluffed or ironed or something, because most of them were Wes's shirts that he needed to wear to work. So I was trying to get this laundry done, and I completed a couple more loads while I watched TV. It's my favorite thing to do whenever I'm watching, or I love watching TV. Laundry is not my favorite thing to do. What I was trying to say is I love watching TV while I fold, and it helps it go by more quickly, and it helps me enjoy it a little bit more. I would enjoy it a little more if I didn't have so much of it, but with the 6 of us and towels and sheets and bedding and things, we tend to have a ton of it. I really enjoy doing it all in one whole day and just getting it all over with, and then I'll do 1 load or 2 throughout the week of like extra towels or just random clothes that need washed or bedding or something. How do you do it? Are you a person who does it every day? I probably should try to do that, but to be honest, anytime I've ever tried it, it just doesn't work for me. Tomorrow's another snow day. No school. What are you doing?
To the bottom drawer. That was just that one vegetable drawer.
Thank you.
What are you doing?
I'm organizing the bottom drawer now.
There's
a lot of cheese in that drawer.
Yeah.
By the way, before this, we need to make something.
I have the little cocktail wieners to make pigs in a blanket. What are you doing, sissy? Shoveling it? You're so sweet. Your face is so red. Why don't you come in and take a break for a while?
I don't feel cold.
Okay. Guess what? School's canceled tomorrow.
Yay. I figured. Anyways,
I love you.
love you too.
Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Don't hurt your back or anything, okay?
Okay.
As Briella finished up outside shoveling the back patio, and the kids, some of them were inside playing, and McKenna was still in the kitchen cutting up some of the vegetables and cleaning the fridge all on her own, which I was so proud of. I finished up more laundry, and once Wes came home, I decided to make some brownies for Caroline for her birthday. We plan on having a big birthday party with our family and friends like we always do this coming weekend, but she realized it was her birthday. We had decided not to say anything about her birthday because she's 3 and she equates birthday to a party, and since the party wasn't on her actual birthday, we decided not to say anything, but a lot of other people called and wished her happy birthday and sang to her and stuff, so we decided to go ahead and make a little brownie cake type thing with some candles and sprinkles and whipped cream, and we gave her a couple little presents so that she could enjoy her day. And she actually really understood that today is her birthday and that her party's another day, which I was surprised about. I was hoping she wasn't disappointed that her Elsa party wasn't today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Caroline. Happy birthday to you.
A little harder. Good job!
Gosh. Thank you. I want to open my fries.
Okay, you gotta sit down first so Kenna doesn't have to hold you.
I like this. Where is it?
You got plenty of meat on the
That's tic-tac-toe. It's magnet. It's magnet. You want me to open it? Oh, you got it. You play tic-tac-toe.
What's your other present?
Present. I want it. My fluffy.
You love it?
It's so beautiful. It's funny.
It's a lamb.
It's a lammy.
Mhm.
Lamb.
I love you.
it.
I love you.
Thank you, Mommy.
You're welcome. Happy birthday.
Thank you, Mommy.
You're welcome, honey.
Thank you, Mommy.
You're welcome.
Daddy could have got this.
Mommy, I want in my tea.
Okay. Is it yummy?
Yeah.
Hey, eat it.
Thank you, Mommy, making it.
You're welcome, baby.
Want to make it? They told me about more presents for me.
There will be at your birthday party in a few days, okay?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Less than 2 weeks now.
I
Take a
did.
bite of your brownie. Well, that concludes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. It's such an honor knowing that you chose to spend time with us today. Please like this video, subscribe below, and hit the bell so that you don't miss any of our new content. And go follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Clary's Do Life. We hope that you have a wonderful day. Don't forget that it is cheap to be clean and free to be kind. And we look forward to seeing you in our next video.